vlog. Welcome to a brand new video. If you're new here, welcome. If you were here last week, thank you so much. I loved making last week's, doing the editing, just chatting throughout the week, so thank you for being here. It is Monday, so I thought I would pick up the camera again and take you with me this week and just show you what I'm doing, my food, my supplements, my wellness, meditations, just like a lifestyle, a healthy lifestyle. I actually had the nicest morning today. I got up early, I did a meditation, I made a coffee, and I notice hands down every single time I meditate that I just feel so much more like in my body, my mind, it's just not as busy. I feel way more present. When I do a meditation, right, you know the way we can have so many thoughts and our mind is so busy and it can be negative and full of anxious thoughts or like a looping story about something in your life. When I don't meditate, I am thoughts, right? They just take over, and all day, every day, there's this like chatter, this constant dialogue inside my head. Whereas when I meditate, the space allows me to like separate myself from the thoughts, because I am not my thoughts. I have a lot of them, but they're not me. So I can be like the observer of them. So I'm able to notice them, but I don't get taken away in my thoughts. So I just notice such a difference when I prioritize that space for my meditation. I don't know why I'm doing this, but like the visual of the separating from the busy mind. So I did that this morning. I just did unguided for like 25-30 minutes, which is not easy. There's some days your mind can be really busy, but on the other side of just noticing the thoughts instead of being them before you start the day is, it just makes you feel so much better. So I did that. My breakfast currently, and for the last probably couple of years now, it is always eggs, chickpeas, and some form of healthy fats like avocado, feta, ideally vegetables. I'm not great for the veg in the morning. But the reason I eat this is about 3-4 years ago, I lost a good bit of weight. I lost probably around 10 kilos. I had insulin resistance, I was doing CrossFit, and my health just wasn't in a great place. I made a complete lifestyle change. I gave up CrossFit and I started just normal strength training. I brought in daily walks, like I was doing maybe an hour's walk a day. And I focused heavily on balancing my blood sugars, so making sure I had protein with every meal, and fibre was a really big part of it, because I wanted to just give myself the most balanced food that I could. And the breakfast that I started having was some form of beans with eggs. So some days it could be black beans, some days I made like homemade baked beans. And I notice such a difference when I don't have this breakfast. Like I get hungrier a lot sooner, my energy levels aren't as good. Even Gav has it, because he notices in work and stuff, he's just like, my brain is so much more like balanced and focused. It's just one of my favorites. So that is why I have beans most mornings. I'm going to write a Substack sharing my love affair with beans and fibre and my favourite recipes to bring in to your lifestyle. So I can link that underneath actually if you want to have a read. So I curled my hair today, which I never curl my hair, but my reason is I got this, it's called Hot Tools. My hairdresser recommended it because she said it's one of the best curlers and also the easiest thing I have ever used. Look at that, like there's no like weird angles. This is a 32mm barrel. Really would recommend. I really like them. So I curled my hair today to go nowhere apart from maybe to a coffee shop to do a bit of work, but I just wanted to try it and also just give myself a zhuzh in my energy. Most of you guys are girls, but if you have a monthly cycle, I'm on day like 24, 25. From day 22, I just noticed this drop off a cliff with my hormones. And it's not, I used to get really irritable and stuff. I don't get that anymore. I just noticed a drop off a cliff in terms of like how I feel in myself, like my body image, how I feel in my clothes. I just feel ugly, and that's such a horrible word to use, but I know if you have girl hormones, you know the feeling of that ugly that ugly energy just coming in and you just being like, oh, I feel so shit on myself. That's where I'm at. So I was like, do you know what, I'm going to get up and I'm going to put on makeup and I'm going to curl my hair and I'm going to wear comfortable clothes. I actually went into TK Maxx yesterday. TK Maxx, we on a Sunday go for a drive because we've been living in B&Q, besides the B&Q we go to, there's a TK Maxx. And one of the weeks I actually got this jumper, which I think is really cute. I think it says something like peace or happy or something on the back. And then yesterday I got these joggers, which are kind of like the Adidas ones, but I really liked the way they had the yellow on the leg. The main reason I got them is because they are so comfortable and baggy, and you know when a trouser just makes you feel slimmer? Not slimmer, but they just have a really nice fit. So I was like, I am getting them because I don't want to wear like a full tracksuit during the day, but especially this week I'm like, I want to be comfortable. So I got them. Anyway, yeah, that's my ramble about hormones and PMS. In the last vlog was telling you that I have just been going through a phase where a lot of things are changing and I am realizing that there's a lot of stuff that I was doing that I just didn't enjoy, and there was stuff that I don't do anymore that I really enjoy. And some of those things were wellness and kind of lifestyle medicine and food and supplements and just living, like building a healthy life, building a life that feels really good. And I used to talk about this stuff all the time. I originally started off with an Instagram years ago called The Lifestyle Clinic because I opened a lifestyle medicine clinic when I was working as a nurse in a GP surgery. And the reason I did is because basically I have a heart condition, and changing my lifestyle helped me heal from heart failure. I wanted to then pass that on to patients and help them use their lifestyle, whether it was like the meditations, the food, the supplements, to also transform their health. So it's always been a passion of mine, but I kind of just stopped. I don't know why. I kind of just went all in on one thing when there's I'm interested in our lifestyle as a whole. So anyway, I'm getting back to that. I'm going to use my Substack as like my blog, where I'm going to share like the food, the supplements, all of the lifestyle medicine, the home, creating a space that feels good, just building a life we love, building a beautiful life. So I'm going to go and I'm going to get a coffee. I'm going to give myself space to do some writing, and then I will catch up with you guys later on. Hello vlog, it is dinner time, so I thought I would show you what we are having. Yesterday I prepped this butternut squash salad because it's so handy to just have in the fridge. So it's basically roasted butternut squash. I do it in the oven with some cinnamon, a drizzle of maple syrup and olive oil, and just mix it all together. And then I add lentils, carrot, dried cranberries, I get these ones from Aldi, and some feta. And then for the dressing, I do a mix of balsamic with honey and drizzle it over the top. And I literally just pair this with a protein. So today I'm going to have salmon. Some days Gav would have like chicken thighs or chicken burgers or whatever. It's so handy to have in the fridge because it's healthy. It's going to keep you really full, and it's so tasty. I love this kind of food. And it's actually not that much effort. Like all you have to do is, everything else is ready. You just have to roast the squash. And I'm going to pair it with some salad. Hello, it is Tuesday morning and I'm just getting ready for the day. I slept in today. I must have pressed snooze for like an hour and a half. You know when you wake up and you don't know where you are or like what day it is. I'm like, oh. So I did no morning routine. I literally just had some food and I'm getting ready. I'm using this. I got this off TikTok shop there for lymphatic drainage in your face, and you can kind of see the difference already. Can you see how this eye is like lower, and even this line here, there's just a lot more fluid. This literally brushes the fluid out of your face. So I do around my eye, under my eye. I go to this brilliant girl for my skincare, And I was saying to her that I ordered these brushes, and she was saying that so much of the things that we feel like we need to get fixed about our face, like if you want to get Botox, you're like, oh, my face just looks so like dull or puffy. Most of the time it's literally just fluid. So before you do anything, try something like this and just get rid of the fluid. Like naturally it's going to build up while we're sleeping. Just tie up my hair. I have had Botox before though. This is not the only thing I do. I just don't have any right now. And then I do my neck. It's like giving yourself a little facelift. I actually have two, because I think the idea is that, I wanted to show you the before and after, but I think the idea is that you do like both sides. So I think you can get them on Amazon. Maybe Amazon is where I got this. Yeah, I think it is. So here we go. So I thought what I would do is bring you with me into Trim, which is one of the towns, kind of one of the reasons we wanted to move to this area. It is the most gorgeous town in Meath, if you're not familiar, and they just have like the most beautiful walks. I'm just gonna do my makeup. I currently have a few favorites. I recently just updated my skincare because my skin was just getting really dull and just like dehydrated. So my skin girl that I go to, she just recommends me products. She's brilliant. So I updated my skincare, and I love putting on a bit of makeup just to help me feel a bit better in myself. Concealer, a lot of that. Sometimes I feel, you know, when you have a really good sleep, like I think I fell asleep at 10 last night and I woke up at like 8 o'clock, 7:30, and nothing makes my skin look fresher than a good night's sleep. So is there anything better for our body than having a good night's sleep? Probably not. I also use this, is the Skin Tuition by Poco Beauty. I also got this recently. It is the Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue. This is so nice, but I just want a little bit of extra coverage today, and it's going to be really hot, so my skin is very oily. With these vlogs, I'm still getting used to, like, I'm comfortable chatting on camera, but I find the first time a day you pick up the camera, like sometimes I have to record it 3 or 4 times because I'm like, what am I even saying? You just have to get into a bit of a flow, and then the rest of the day feels fine. Then I use the Laura Mercier powder. I actually had mad dreams last night as well. I dreamt that my hair was falling out. And like, you know when you have a dream and it's so vivid, where I woke up and I was like checking my hair and I was like, oh my God. Because in the dream it was like coming out in clumps. Weird. Then I use the Sculpted Cream Cushion. I have the bronzer, I don't use this as much. I do use the concealer, but I actually like this, the Bare Basics palette, because it just has everything in there. I like to spend 5 minutes on my makeup max. So I use palette. I mean, look at the difference in my face. Very pink. And then I do use a lash serum. I've been using it for, God, a long time at this stage, and I don't know how good it is to use them long term, but they make the biggest difference. So I haven't stopped. So I just curl them, and then I use my mascara, the brown by Sculpted by Amy. This is like an ad for Sculpted, but I just love her stuff. It's so good. Then I use this lip stain by Wonder Tint, Wonder Skin, Wonder something. You've probably seen them. This is in the shade XO. I find it makes such a difference because you don't need to put lip liner on or anything. Just gives your lips that shape. Because mine are very small. I actually got lip filler years ago, before my wedding. And I remember I hated it so much that in the space of like 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks, I went and got it all dissolved because they looked so bad. And I haven't done it since. We came to visit Trim last Christmas, so Christmas 2024, because we were trying to feel out where we wanted to move to, and we were just going to different towns on weekends to have a look. We drove down one weekend just for a browse because we'd never been here before, and we ended up coming back with my parents for a night at Christmas. There's the Trim Hotel, which is so nice, Trim Castle Hotel. So we stayed there and we did dinner and we just had a browse and we went to some of the pubs and stuff, and it was just so nice. And that kind of set our heart on buying around there if we could. And little did we know, 6 months later we would find our house. But I wanted to show you around Trim because I think it is one of the most gorgeous towns that a lot of people don't know about it. You've probably heard about it, but you've never been. There's just gorgeous shops. It's so well kept. It's actually where Braveheart was filmed, and they have so much like activities and stuff on. They had a jazz festival a few weeks ago. There was Puka, which is like a huge Halloween festival they do. People like Kingfisher and stuff have played at Puka Festival, I think. They do loads of Christmas stuff. I think we're going to have a Christmas market this year, so it's such a gorgeous Irish town. Gav's Garage is probably like half an hour from Trim, and he's not having a great week, so I thought I would, as I said, Stonewall's is our favourite coffee shop and they do really nice pancakes, so I might be a really nice wife and get pancakes and drop it into them to just brighten up their day. And because it is my day off technically, so I might do that, but I'll take you with me and show you around, and we can just have a really relaxing, browsy day, which is my favourite type of day. Hello, I'm just doing the loop walk. I'd say it's about 45 minutes, but it's along this gorgeous river. This is the River Boyne, I believe, and people live in houses all along here. It's so stunning. Even when you're walking, everybody says hello. Like, nobody walks past without saying hi to you. It's just such a lovely vibe. And if you ever do come, if you do this walk along the river, and if you keep going straight up past where that little church ruin and the graveyard is, on the other side of that is a little bar called Marcy's. So it's a tiny Irish pub on the river, and you can sit and have a drink, or there's like a courtyard with a coffee van. You can go and have a Prosecco, you can have a coffee, you can have a treat, and just be rammed on weekends and match days. It's so nice. So I would definitely recommend coming here for a day on a weekend just for a new place to explore. Look at these houses. We always go for a walk here and decide which one we'd want to live in if we had a house on the water. So grateful that we were able to move here. And it's funny because we spent so long, we literally spent probably 2 years, 18 months going to so many different towns. It was like our weekend hobby. We would find a new place to explore. Jesus. Go drive there, go for lunch there, take in the area. And there were so many that we went to that were lovely. But we were just like, this just isn't it. And then one week I had a random idea. I'd heard of Trim before and we loved the idea of Meath because it's not too far from Dublin. And we decided to go and have a look, and we fell in love literally as soon as we came into the town. The people, the amount of stuff there was, the fact that it's like 45 minutes from Dublin, if even, it was just perfect. Okay, got the pancakes, got myself a coffee. I am sweating so bad. It's so hot, but I'm gonna drop these over and then I'm gonna head home. So let's go for another drive. Come home? You want to come home? Do you? They're still warm. Say hi to the vlog. Do you love your new bed? Having a half day? Hello, I'm just in the door and I got a delivery. One was supplements, my Horology subscriptions, and this one is so exciting. This brand, Bold Beans Co. reached out to me last week and asked could they send me some. This is, to me, the best kind of PR I could be sent. This is so exciting. Oh my god. I got a cookbook. Amazing. Shit, it's heavy. Okay, we have white beans. They all come in jars, which I love. We don't really have beans in jars here. I always have to get them in tins. They sent me white beans, queen chickpeas, wow, butter beans. This is so fun. And then it has a QR code that you can scan for the recipes. This has made my day. I'm so excited to cook with these. So what I might do is either in this video or the next one, I'm gonna come up with some ideas. I might actually use their recipe book and see, like, look at this. I don't know if you can see, the lighting isn't great here, but there's like bean salads, there's like one pot dinners. This is the best. I'm so happy. Thank you, the Bean Co. More of this, please, universe. This is my kind of a delivery. I'm delighted. The thing that came was my Horology subscription. It's brilliant. They do a subscription and you save 10% and they automatically send your supplements. So Gav uses their creatine and their men's multi-nutrient, and then I subscribe to the myo-inositol, and I also get their balance. I don't subscribe to that because I don't end up taking it every day. I take another multi-nutrient as well, but really handy. So they are my delivery, so we'll do some cooking with them maybe in the next vlog, because I think this one is quite long, but I'm going to plan some gorgeous recipes. And I only did a Substack post for tomorrow, which is Wednesday, called A Love Affair with Beans, and it's putting in all of my favourite bean recipes. So, sorry, I know I keep looking over here at the screen. I'm so happy.